Folks, if you can keep it moving, we have a lot of people that want to get in yet.
Go through it again?
No way. I'm ready to go sit down.
Do you? Already?
Let the players move around a little bit. Maybe if the ushers got out of the way, we could take pictures of the players.
Now, folks, move it down, please. Move it down.
Got rid of Kurt in 1960, and he beat us about 15 times. Like we only beat him a couple times. He pitched well against us. One of those guys who's been beat.
What do you think about Buffalo and the facilities here? Any opinion or overview?
Well, I tell you, this looks like a big league ballpark. I'd love to have been in the minor leagues playing something like this. People here have been great. I'd like to see them stay and keep coming up back here because they do speak well and wonderful town.
Huh? Yeah, it's a real job. Is it true you got to flunk the Army entrance exam to be qualified to be an umpire? Huh?
Louis Hughes. Yeah, you talk like one, too. Yeah, man. They're looking for you, Louis.
Getting an expansion team looks like it would certainly be a nice ballpark. But as far as whether or not Buffalo's a strong candidate, I wouldn't be the guy to answer that question.
You give me an ID. Where are you at?
Attending the old-timers photo session. Please return to your seats. The Kodak photo session is now over. Please return to your seats.
Like baseball, and I guess it's because of money and things like that, it's a necessity. But they are rushed a little bit too much. So I don't think that there is a depth hitting fastballs as some of the older guys.
So you pretty much feel minor league ball is definitely the trading ground that it used to be isn't there anymore?
Well, it's there. It's definitely there. But again, a guy hits 230 or 240 in the minor leagues, and the next thing you know, he's in the major leagues. So, I mean, when I played, I don't want to get into when I played and this and that, but I think that when you get called to the major leagues, and when I played, you had to hit 330 and 340 every year just to go up a classification. So when I was ready to come to the major leagues, although I did not do well, I had paid my dues, and I was bona fide. I think a lot of the kids that come out nowadays really aren't quite bona fide as yet.
That you learn how to play handle the pressure because you know you got somebody that can pick you up.
It seems like a great memory. Willie Horton, thank you. Have a great game.
Thank you.
You've got some youngsters there that are learning their craft. In some respect, that's good. In some respect, they don't listen too well. On a major league level, they might listen maybe a little more. The art of pitching, a lot of times you can't teach it to them in the minor leagues. When they get to the big leagues, maybe they're a little more susceptible to what they're supposed to do. But the job with AAA pitch coach was that circle. I had that for 2 years. 2 years there. Orange Days. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I was managing the Pittsburgh Pirates at that time. And I was thrown out of 3 ball games. And the same crew threw me out each time. Larry Gant, Gascoli, and Stan Landis. The first time was in Chicago. Ronnie Klein's pitching. And Ronnie disagreed with a couple of calls by Landis. And Landis took his mask off. And Ronnie took a couple steps toward the plate and said, "You get back out there and pitch." So I came out of the dugout and I had to stand near the umpire and Ronnie, you do the pitching. And he said, and you, Bobby, you take a shower. Then the next time, we're playing, Burdett is pitching for Milwaukee, and I'll tell O'Brien and Grote and Clemente, the first three hitters, to look at the ball after he throws the first pitch. Now we think he's throwing the spitball. It happened. So after Clemente looked at the ball, I'm coaching third base. Landis comes in and said, Leonard, he's not throwing a spitball, Bobby. I'm not going to look at any more balls. So I start walking up, and Larry Getz, who's umpire third base, he said, come on, Bobby, it looks like rain. I said, I'm not concerned about the rain. I'm concerned about the spitball. He said, you're not concerned about the rain? Take a hang. So, I mean, when they threw you out with that little provocation, I thought it was time to talk it over. So I said, hey, I'm going to dugout. Get me a hot dog and a cold drink, and we're going to talk about what you fellas got against me. So that's when I took the orange thing out, had a straw in it. I tried to share it with them, you know. Of course, they about drank it myself. 24 hours later, Joe Brown flew into Chicago. I got fined $100 by Warren Jones, and Joe Brown said he's had enough. That's a sequel to it. Got fined 24 hours after serving the Army.
Well, thank you very much. You're very kind. But all these Hall of Famers and all here, it's just a thrill to be here. And I think the thing is, the fans seem to enjoy it. You know, that's what we're really. It's a good cause, and the fans seem to enjoy it. You know, I think that if you ask most of us, do we really like to go out and play the ball game, we'd probably tell you this would be a great affair if we didn't have to play the game.
Come on. The fact that I spent 4 years in the United States Navy, which I thought was rather important. I presume he read history books. But he's done a great job. He's a great pitcher. And well, I took over Cleveland Alexander was 1 year in World War I, where he was having over 30 games a year. And so I was figuring out, you heard me say a minute ago, who'd have won their 300 games sooner. As right now, as far as I can see, the encyclopedia that been from World War II, I'd have won my 300th game at the age of 30 or 31. In 150, in a 162 game season, it would have been at 30. In 154 game season, it would have been at the age of 31. But that had nothing to do with anything. I'm proud of my military record. I did the job. I know a hero. The heroes, as far as I'm concerned, never returned to this country. They're on the battlefields of Europe or the depths of the Pacific or the Atlantic, and they're back home and loss of life, not loss of life, loss of limbs. And I know a lot of them. There were 274 Major League players in military service out of 400. And the only Major League player to ever lose his life in World War II was from Cleveland, Ohio. He played for the Wolves.
And he was so wild that, you know, you just couldn't afford to take it to a whole lot.
What did it look like, that thing coming at you in his prime, and Nolan Ryan pitch?
Well, nothing. As I said again, it was no perception. It was just where we'd see the ball coming in. That was it. As I said, I enjoyed. Anytime you have a fastball pitcher, you enjoy working that kind of pitcher. But you got a knuckleball pitcher, they're the worst to work. Because the ball's bouncing all over the place.
Pretty amazing. He could conceivably be here today at this Old Timers game.
Yes, for his age and all that stuff. The only thing is, he's such an amazing individual. Keeps himself in such good shape that, you know, Lord knows how many years he can go yet.
Excellent. Thank you.
Right, you are.
Sir.
Well, the point is they're making the fact that I was 39 and 40. Ryan did it at 43.
Yeah.
And yet you're talking about the number of years ago.
Well, the correlation I'm after is that they make so much of Nolan Ryan and his modern day workout habits.
Well, you're a pretty exceptional guy.
Okay. Well, let me start there. How did you, when he threw that, did it surprise you amazingly that a guy of his age could throw another?
Is this for your private thing or what?
Yes. I'm working on an article about Nolan Ryan.
But you didn't tell me that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. I'm from Buffalo guy too. What do you think?
I'm trying to think of what I want to say.
Okay, great.
I've always respected Nolan Ryan's ability. I always thought he was a dumb son of a bitch. I think that he finally learned how to pitch last year. He's probably more accomplished now than he ever has been in his career.
Why do you think he was a dumb son of a bitch?
Because he was obsessed with striking people out and he forgot about how winning games. And with his ability, I think I'd have won 600 with his ability. Now, Nolan is a credit to baseball. I think his habits, clean living guy, He's certainly remarkable that he's been able to throw as hard as he is at this age. And then he's thrown 6 no-hitters, and a whole bunch of one-hitters, so that he has amazing ability. And it just amazes me that he's only been like a little bit above a 500 pitcher all this time.
I got to stay in the booth. I'll make that sacrifice. There you go. They're effective. Don't have to work as hard. How do you mean the glide step?
Slide step. With personality, his ego is not on any kind of, any kind of millionaire trip. He's trying to catch people now because that's to his credit.
Ball players like yourself coming out here doing this kind of game.
No, he's too late for me. He's too late for me. But, I mean, if you're going to say it, I'd say if you want to play this game and conduct yourself, doing it the way Nolan Ryan did it is not a bad idea.
Well, I'll say that. I've been 45 years old and I got some age on me yet. They have a ways to go, and hopefully they'll get pointed in the right direction. That's part of the challenge of running a ball club. And Pete Peterson has his hands full, but they have some good young players in the ball club, and if they keep going in the right direction, they'll be all right. It seems as if the manager's going to get fired, and then go on to the second part of the season.
Do you have any aspirations?
Not right now, no. I'm going to have to worry how to get these hitters out tonight.
Thank you.
All right.
Well, primarily with the money I expect has changed. Of course, it's a lot different ball games. We had 8 bucks in each league. Now they've got 26 major league ball games. So I think the talent is not quite there when we play.
Can we make it 27? We need a team here in Buffalo.
Well, I hope so, because I look around here in Buffalo, it's a beautiful ballpark, and I think we got to support them for years and years, and I hope they're a priority.
I think we'll get it. I hope it's a 93 and not a shortly up there.
I hope so. It's a really great town.
Yeah, the thing that some people don't realize in the game of baseball is you don't really get to show your respect for opposing players during the course of your career. Now you sit around in the clubhouse and you hear these guys talking with almost reverence to one another because of the great respect that's built up among them when they were in their playing career.
Everything went out. That was wild. Book said live radio, huh? Book said, was it something I said? Everything went out. Oh yeah, they were mentioning, yeah. Yeah, John. We'll see each other in VR. Take care. One of the short basemen in baseball history.
From the Baltimore Orioles, 23 years with Baltimore, Hall of Famer number 5, Brooks Robinson.
I just wanted to hit the ball good. I had no idea that it was out of the home run, but that's just the situation, as you well know, Dave. And I felt good about it because I went up there with a plan. Not necessarily works at all times, but the fact that there was something that was and I was able to get a pitch. Didn't hit it that well, but it was a good enough ballpark. A lot of people don't realize close single.
You know, some guys like Dave Winfield went to the World Series in 1981 and really had a rough series. I know you had a rough series in 1971 because you got a chance to redeem yourself. That probably made it more special.
Well, I think what happened as I look back, I was in total awe of the World Series, particularly the first one, because, you know, when you're a kid, you dream about it, and you go through your entire career, waiting for it to happen, and then it happens, and the whole sports world actually shuts down, and they're focusing in on two teams. And it's just a tremendous thing. I remember the first day that I walked out for batting practice, and there was 300 or 400 reporters around the cage, and that's when it hit me. But for many, everything has a purpose. That was this year, in these moments where 79, I was more relaxed. I knew what to look for, not that it meant anything, but he had taught me the formula for winning, and we stayed with a particular plan, and I just knew that when certain things happened, we had a good chance of doing something. I had more fun. Well, I kind of agree with you on that. It's somewhat overrated. I think the fact that you have chemistry involved, we have people that you can trust each other, do things together, and want to do things together. A system, boost.
Baltimore Orioles star, also with the Los Angeles Dodgers, number 26, Pollard.
Very valuable, but nevertheless, I didn't want to be treated any differently from anyone else. So we all kind of treat each other the same, like dogs. And as a result of that, we just have an awful lot of fun. We put a lot of petty things aside because we had something in mind, that was to win. And there's no accident why teams win. We do that so we can have the kind of fun and still have fun.
It is second time at bat.
So I don't think it was anything
Number 9,
I'd have to say that I was particularly responsible for. No, there were some things that other guys helped me with as well. So it was one family, that's for sure. Who was the head of the family? I think if anybody was Chuck Thompson.
Welcome to Buffalo. It's been a long time since I've seen you, and you look fantastic. How do you feel?
Doug, I feel great. I got a hit off of you tonight. I want you to put that little hook in me out there now. Give me something a little warm I can get out there.
I'll do my best. You know, you were the first real big man to come into the game, and now ball players and all sports are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. What do you think about the size of the athletes today?
I tell you what, they have, you know, with the economic spiral being what it is in professional athletics, today's athlete it's almost a year-round job. The conditioning in the off-season, their regular season play, and we're getting kids that they have better training equipment, better training methods, and listen, we've got some
The American League.
You know, I remember when I first came up.
Detroit Tigers slugger.
People used to talk
in the
about
60s and 70s.
Bacon, a dozen eggs, for breakfast. You don't look like you look fantastic.
I feel great, and I tell you what, it's going to be a fun night for us up here.
Any particular memories of you see somebody here you haven't seen?
Well, you know, the thing that we try to impress on our young people, you know, there are 20 million kids going to play big league baseball, only 600 of them. Average big league career is 4.7 years. And the fun that you can have playing the game of baseball, I mean, with guys, against guys, and I think something like this, I think it's great for baseball because we are promoting it as a family game. It also gives us a chance to renew old acquaintances and old enemies and foes under a little normal conditions.
It's great to see you.
Thank you, Chuck. Thank you.
That's the biggest guy. I got a shot of him earlier with Gene Mott, that when they were signing. Oh, did you? Oh, good. Frank's up here. Right now, you tell me. Very excited about the idea of expansion, and you're a big part of it. So tell us what the feeling is in Buffalo right now about getting an expansion team.
Tug, you can't beat the enthusiasm of these fans. Seven times. We couldn't waste a 1993 right here in Pilot Field and then going back to the Dodgers.
Okay, not on the emotional side. I mean, I've been here 3 years now, and I know the spirit that the fans have. How about on a practical, realistic level in terms of actually attracting a Major League ballpark? What do you have to do?
We think the key thing is the criteria that the
commissioners sat down last week in Cleveland. One of the key things we have going for us is ownership with the Rich family and a drawing power within 125 miles of Buffalo, 3.25 million fans. They want big league baseball here.
62.
Very much so. We have a cable network, stretching down through the state, a wide region here, and some very loyal fans. We've drawn 1 million fans 2 years in a row for AAA baseball. We're going to three-peat this year. Bonnie's from Buffalo.
I was just going to say, one of your great ambassadors and my first Major League pitching coach, and the man I call my father, got me started in the big leagues. Warren Spahn grew up in Buffalo. I guess you'd like to see
Sure. For years, as a kid growing up, I wonder how in the world we got to play baseball in Buffalo. But there's great municipal baseball in this town. I got a wonderful start. These people are baseball people. They're sports fans, and they come from far and wide to come to baseball. And you got a great rivalry here with the fans. And I think these people come from Toronto, and come to the ball games. Well, it'd be national.
We're playing in the World Series.
Yeah, very good. And what I'm saying is that it's not that far distant from Bloomington Boulevard. We got people staying together.
We're not draw Philadelphia. No, you never know. But you come to a lot of these senior league, not senior league, but alumni or old timers games. You must have some great memories getting back together with some of these guys. I know I have lots, but I see you.
Hey, I have great memories. The best time was probably in the cocktail bar before the game. But it's getting a little tough to get out there. And these old timers are getting awfully young. They're all
I remember when Casey Stengel was the manager with the Mets in 1965. You were my first Major League pitching coach. I always hoped that I could play in the big leagues long enough to be invited to an old timers game. And I can't believe we're teammates again.
We had great talk. It's super, and there's no camaraderie like baseball. The guys, you're right, the stories, the home runs get longer, the fastball gets faster, the eyes get bigger, but it's all fun.
When I gave up my first Grand Slam, did you really tell me you got to throw a ball real hard for it to go that far?
I did, Chuck. That's right. I also said, Chuck, you don't hit the back. You don't catch the glove.
Okay, here at Pilot Stadium in Buffalo, New York, I'm Chuck McGraw.
To be able to pursue what a man can do when he has to do something. I've never been in a situation where I could afford just to say the heck with it and not, stay out of baseball until the right thing came along. ESPN has been a godsend, and I'm very, very thankful to the organization. I think that I'm doing a pretty good job. I have an awful lot of things to learn, but I'm going to learn.
The second batting practice home run. Jerry
Got there too soon.
My wife has got a quicker pitch.
No, not really. I think you can stand a certain way, but real execution takes place. Everybody looks alike in that power step. Ricky can get to the power step in the first movement. I can get that in the first movement. Martin Lewis can get that in the first movement. Vince Copeland can get that in the first movement. And most of the base still is, if he can't get that in the first movement, he's going to go out of base. Then that's still a certain amount. But he get that in the second step, the third step, the third movement. So just like Ted Williams, Willie Mays, and Mickey Mantle, all those guys had different batting stance, but when they made contact with the ball, if he's cut off their head, they all look alike. So, but good base steals all had that same ability.
When you look back at your career record, did you think that it would be broken anytime soon? Did you ever look at it and think,
I really didn't know, because again, we ran and Cardinals were had a running ball. We didn't become frequent runs around the 70s. And after a year, I had 118 stolen bases, 35 years old. That's like a 10-year-old horse in a Kentucky Derby. So I equate that to that. So I got a race chart only because, again, how to steal a base, the procedure of stealing bases was not available when I came to baseball. If you look at Ricky Henderson in the 70s and 80s, base stealing is now being taught in minor league ball. The last time it was taught in minor league ball was 1910. So that it has resurged, and as a consequence, now it's being able to be taught.
Was there anyone instrumental in your development as a base fielder? I know what you just talked about, but
I guess Johnny King, the manager who said to me if you want to play regular steal bases, and I asked him, how do you steal a base? He said, you go back and you find out, and you come back and tell me. That's how it got started with me. And I walked out and asked everybody I saw how to steal a base, nobody knew. Nowadays, you walk out and ask how to steal a base, and you got a lot of testers who can teach you. So that was not available in the 60s or the 50s, or in fact, that's become available to around the 70s.
He ranks 516 in the all-time performances with 175. He's also the highest all-time home run leader, number 8 Haas, with a start. He drove on different occasions. Number 9, Hall of Famer, Edo. He's also the league's all-time leader in games and shutouts, and he was over 2 no-hitters in his career. He won 100 games 13 times, leading the National League in complete games 9 times, and strikeouts on 4 occasions. From the Plains Mets and Giants, Hall of Famer number 21, Warren Spahn. With a total of 311 career wins from the Mets, Reds, and White Sox. From the Mets and Phillies, number 45, you gotta believe.
I want to Oh,
told me I was going to do that, but I lost 4 pounds.
Come on, buddy.
Oh, the bouncing? Oh.